We found traces of the history of Nepalis who migrated to Thailand here in Soi Siripot. After asking around here and there, we were able to meet Sidi, whose grandfather was part of the first generation to settle in Pilok, and she kindly opened the doors of her family home to us. In the photo Sidi showed us, her grandfather, Kimlan Yasi, was a soldier in the British Gurkha Battalion who was deployed to the Burmese frontline and settled in Pilok, Thailand, after World War II ended.
Sidi, who had recorded her grandfather's oral history before he passed away, began the interview in tears after a long moment of hesitation.
It's really hurt me telling about my grandfather because they have many Nepalese who are joining in the war, and then only 3 of them is alive is until in Kanchanaburi, and then only 1 in that 3 who are alive after the war is ended.
The next morning, we set out for Pilok in search of traces of Siti's grandfather, Kimlan Kamran. Pilok, located 334 kilometers northwest of Bangkok, is a rugged, mountainous area in Kanchanaburi province that border with Burma. On the way to Pilok, we stopped at the River Kwai, the notorious death railway steeped in the history of Siti's grandfather, Kimlan. During World War II, the Japanese army forced Allied prisoners of war to build this infamous railway. 200,000 Asian conscripts and over 60,000 Allied POWs were forced to work on the railway, with 12,000 dead among them. Here, Kimlan, who captured in Singapore as a soldier of the British Gurkha Battalion, endured its brutal suffering. Today, tourists swarm this place, but on the death railway, Kimlan once battled the fierce demands of survival and labor, leaving behind a chapter of suffering that still runs beneath the tracks. At the Kanchanaburi War Cemetery, where 6,982 Allied prisoners of war rest, we could find no trace of the Gurkha soldiers who fought under the British flag. We confronted a harsh reality. Even in death, inequality remains. History remembers only 29,000 British prisoners of war, still weighed down by the memory of the Gurkha Battalion. We left Kanchanaburi and drove for 4 hours along the rugged mountain roads past the Vajralongkorn Dam Reservoir and through Thong Papum National Park. Late at night, we reached Pilok, a town pressed against the Myanmar border. Pilok, marked by the painful history of Burmese migrant labor, was nothing like we had imagined. It had transformed into a dazzling tourist destination.